everyone, Tanya here, and during today's tea time, we are going to be talking about goals. So if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya. I'm a mom of 3 kids, and I like to talk about a lot of different things in my channel: mom life, lifestyle stuff, decluttering, organizing, sometimes random food things too. So if you want to follow along with me, then I would love for you to subscribe, and let's get into this video. Now, a lot of people, when they think about goals, especially at the beginning of the year, some people are like, yay, goals! I'm kind of one of those people. I like the new year. I like a fresh start. Now, some people maybe are not so much because they may feel maybe it's kind of stupid, or maybe they think, well, later on I kind of fail anyway. Today I want to tell you 4 things or tips that help me when I am planning my goals for the year or whenever. So if you're interested, and hopefully they'll help you. They're simple, but it's something that I hope will help you out. So let's keep going. Tip number 1 is it does not have to be January. I know, right? Crazy. But the thing is, a lot of people, it might seem like a silly or stupid thing to say, but a lot of people think, well, January is pretty much the only time, or, you know, if I fall off or whatever with the goals, might as well just wait until next year. But setting goals can be any time. Personally, I like to kind of set most of my goals in January because I feel like it's kind of the start of a new year, the start of something, a clean slate. I like to set my goals in different areas of my life, get a new planner. So for me, I do personally like doing January. Another great time is when I used to be a teacher. Well, I mean, I still am, but you know, like when I worked full time, or especially even now, like when my kids go back to school. So sometimes for people like August, September, that's a really great time. But it doesn't have to be January. Any time is a great time to start setting goals and plan for your success. Tip number 2 is prepare to quote-unquote fail. We're not perfect people, and it's okay that if you fail, quote-unquote. I don't like to say fail. I'm trying to get better at that, because my husband always reminds me that you're not really failing. You're just learning how not to do things, or learning something from every experience. Maybe it just doesn't go the way you plan, but just prepare that it's going to happen, and that's okay. Failing is actually kind of a good thing, because if you always got everything 100% right and perfect every time, you wouldn't learn or grow from things. Failing actually helps you see how maybe to do something different next time, or how you can plan to succeed a different way. And so it's just really great. I saw a video actually recently, I think it was Will Smith, but I thought it was really cool. It's talking about to fail often and like fail forward, because your failures shouldn't get you, I mean, you might not always feel amazing when you fail, like, yes, I have failed. But at the same time, you don't want to get completely down and just be stuck at where you are in your failure. You want to think about, what can I learn from this failure, and how can I move forward or up in life and succeed and, you know, move on from it. And I think that's an awesome thing to have in mind, because I think a lot of times when people make goals, they think, okay, well, this is what I expect and I want it 100%. And then when they fail, or if they don't, you know, maybe accomplish it a day here or there or whatever, they feel super frustrated, and then they just kind of give up on everything. Like, I've known people in my life that have done it. I've done it personally too with some things, and realizing it's okay, you are going to fail, and it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. So number 3 is be specific. So a lot of people, for example, they will say things like, be healthy, get out of debt. Those are really, really, really overall arching branches. Like, there's a lot that can go just into be healthy. What does that mean? Are you talking about exercises? Are you talking about eating? Are you talking about sleeping? Be specific, because I've noticed with me, when I've done things like be organized, okay, that's like a big one for me all the time. You guys know I always say be organized. I used to say that, and then I kind of go back and I'm like, oh, well, I don't feel organized, and I would feel like I failed. But the thing is, if you look down to it, like, okay, maybe specify, like, organize the bathroom shelves, organize my master bedroom. You know, be specific so that you know what exactly it is that your goal is and what you're working towards achieving. Because if you just say an overall arching branch thing, it's like you don't even know what to focus on. That's another thing, is I tend to be like, woo, like my mind, if I have way too, like, if I'm not focused, my mind just goes everywhere and I don't know what to focus on. Like, and you really want to pick a few things to really focus well on, rather than a bunch of things and not really succeed in any of them. Do you know what I'm saying? So Tip number 4 is know how you are going to measure your success. This is one that I kind of feel like from my teacher days, but whenever we talk about lesson planning, when you're teaching your students, how do you know that they've actually learned what you taught them, right? You can't really see inside their mind, so you have to either, whether it's a worksheet or project, it's kind of similar when you're planning goals. How do you know that you're succeeding in your goal? Whether it's keeping things organized in your planner. So for example, if it's a fitness goal, maybe like what I've been doing is I have a Fitbit. And so something that I've been trying to do is see how many steps I've been doing. And I know there's an app, you can do the app if that helps you, but I like to have a little sticker in my planner and I write down how many steps I've taken that day. It's a visual, visually gauges how my progress and how I'm doing from day to day. It can be something like having an accountability buddy and maybe you guys keep track of things together. Whether it's a journal and writing it down, or I know there's lots of different apps, whether if it's, tracking things, whatever, if it's for fitness or working out or eating or all different kinds of things. Figure out how am I going to keep track of that progress and how often am I going to check in? Because if you just make the goal of exercise for a whole 12 months, how do you know if you're making progress? Make sure figure that out and really figure out a system that works for you. If a plan doesn't work for you, then don't do a planner. If you're on your phone all the time, maybe look for something like an app or keeping a memo on your phone, something like that. So just those are 4 tips. I hope those help you guys out and hopefully you guys have some awesome goals. I'm hoping to share a few videos coming up here in the next few weeks about the specific goals that I have, because otherwise this video would have been like 10 hours long, but giving you guys hopefully some tips about what my goals are for the year. But share down below in the comments. I'd love to know what are some of your goals for the new year. And remember, you can start planning your goals anytime, whether it's in January right now when you're watching this or not in January when you're watching this. Just feel free, start planning goals, and you will do awesome. Bye everyone, until my next video.